hiring event today to fill some of those positions.
With new COVID cases declining, you might think there's not as big a need for nurses, but as Cindy Heiberger explains, it's actually the opposite.
The National Bureau of Labor Statistics predicts 11 million more nurses nationwide are needed to prevent an even further shortage. And right here in the CSRA, hospitals are hiring hundreds. You might think having 1,500 nurses on staff at Augusta University sounds like more than enough. But in the middle of a global pandemic and an expanding hospital, they say they need at least 200 more.
Throughout the year, that number is going to increase, though, because we have planned growth.
Normally, each ICU nurse at AU takes on 2 patients, but because of the specific needs of COVID patients, that ratio decreased 1-to-1.
We're utilizing United States travelers and international travelers, but with the COVID volume, we still didn't have enough staff.
Meanwhile, at Doctors Hospital, where they've had to treat fewer COVID patients, in some ways the pandemic actually eased a bit of the burden.
People were afraid to come to hospitals, some surgeries weren't happening, and now we're in the process of rebuilding that, and so we're adding to our nursing workforce.
The hospital says they currently employ 650 nurses and need about 137 more.
Not having enough nurses can have many impacts. Sometimes that means that you might close down a department or a service line so that you can fully support other service lines.
Because of their decreased patient numbers, doctors didn't have to do that. But AU says they did have to divert nurses from some units to accommodate others.
We couldn't have functioned without them.
Starting this week, Augusta University nurses who were diverted from their original assignments got to go back. Both doctors and AU says they hire nurses all year long, and you can apply for those positions on their websites. Reporting in Augusta, Cindy Heiberger on your side.
And so taking a look at our COVID cases at the local hospitals, AU Health reporting just 24 new cases today, 33 inpatients there. University Hospital reporting 5 new cases with 47 in the hospital. Doctors Hospital reporting 2 new cases with 10 inpatients, and the Charlie Norwood VA total cases stayed the same today as yesterday. Aiken Regional has not given us a case update today.
Talking weather, we've definitely been watching
just a little bit.
Riley, thank you. If you drive over the state line on Interstate 20, there's no mistaking it. Work is picking up on the bridge over to Exit 1.
And we wanted to find out exactly how that I-20 bridge work is going. Are they on schedule? Are they behind? Our reporter Brady Trapnell is live at the state line now with the latest.
Laura, crews are starting to work at the base of the new bridge, and work in the median is also starting to ramp up as well. But GDOT says they're trying to bounce back from a recent hiccup. The cranes and trucks seem to be moving as quick as the thousands of cars crossing the bridge.
Things are advancing a little faster on the Augusta Canal side of bridge construction.
But Kyle Collins with Georgia DOT says things are finally picking back up over the river. This large flotation device, called an aquadam, failed in late August.
It basically drains the water out of that area, the Savannah River, to allow a safe space for the crews to get in there with the equipment to actually build up the foundation.
So now they're starting from the ground up in more ways than one, and widening the road from the inside out.
So eventually we're going to be 3 lanes on each side, 3 12-foot lanes on each side. Now there's currently 2 and basically no medians.
That's going to be a while, but by the end of the year, there will be a new traffic signal off I-20 at West Martintown Road,
which should make things flow a lot better and a lot safer for that eastbound off-ramp area.
GDOT wants it safer in the construction area. They say many are speeding across the state line as crews try to stay on pace and keep the interstate open.
Based on what we've heard, it seems like things have been pretty smooth so far, but any type of interstate work is going to be a challenge regardless of when we do it.
GDOT says you can expect a single lane closure overnight throughout the duration of the project, just occasionally. But the $82 million of improvements are set to be complete by the spring of 2022.
Good time to remind people to slow down and be patient out there. Brady Trapnell reporting live from right there along Interstate 20 at the state line. Also this evening, Richmond County officials investigating the death of an 87-year-old woman from Blythe. This death they're calling suspicious. The coroner says family members found Pauline Langford in a chair in the front room of their home there Officials say she appeared to have been dead for some time, and it looked like she was not taken care of by her daughter and son-in-law who lived with her. The coroner also called the home, quote, unkept and nasty. Code enforcement is now investigating.
News tonight, we're getting